Now, speaking of Victoria, apparently the Allen government considering the idea that a local council would be able to say no to a fast food restaurant turning up in your part of Victoria, if that's where you live, because, frankly, there are too many fat people who live around. Large fast food chains could be prevented from setting up in areas saturated with unhealthy eateries under major changes apparently being discussed in the planning laws in and around the Allen government. The changes would allow local councils to oppose planning applications based on health and food security concerns. Now, as the larger gent amongst us,
take a long run up for this one, mate.
Very aware of the world of fast food and how important it is to the economy of this. No, the point is here, right? This is going to be if this comes in, right, becomes very fascinating for people who like the idea and don't go anywhere near fast food. We all know a lot of poorer people do go near it for a whole bunch of different reasons. But would this be extended to a Dan Murphy's? Would this be extended to a tobacconist? Would this be extended to a whole series of other things that are totally legal, but someone's deciding is worth a tut-tut? That's what gets me here, Lisa, which is that if it's legal, you should be able to sell it wherever the heck you want. You should be able to consume it wherever the heck you want, and it's up to you to buy it or not.
Yeah, leave it alone. It's a small business. Most of these franchisees are small business operators. So what you're doing is taking away their opportunity to run a business. Yep. It's going to cost jobs. And more importantly, you've now got local councils with the potential to micromanage what you eat. Yeah. How far does it go? And like you, I looked at this and said, well, what's the next step? Is it going into the liquor stores? Yep. Where does it end?
Well, but also, I'm trying to think whether this is one of those things where, we have this conversation constantly about work from home and we all love our jobs, but the reality is most people don't. So the idea of a couple of days by law to start, yay, right, whether this plays completely differently, right? But I say on behalf of the fat blokes on telly right now, just please. It's again, just like, when they talk about those, when they talk about those traffic light systems, right? Yep. If you need the government to tell you that twisties don't grow anywhere, that's not the problem.
Yeah, this is the sort of paternalistic, upper middle class socialism that I just absolutely despise. This is everything, in a nutshell, this is absolutely everything that is wrong with the modern, affluent, tertiary educated left. Yep. Right? So they
call them wankers.
They are beyond wankers. Let us not forget, Karl Marx's family owned wineries.
Yes.
Frederick Engels, who he co-wrote the Communist Manifesto with, ran a factory. His family ran factories, right? So these are dilettantes who are on these little sort of intellectual and ideological journeys, and it still happens to this day. And you go to Melbourne Uni and you study your Marxism or whatever, or you study your public policy making and you study your economics, and then what you do, you study the working class, and you study them like an anthropologist or indeed a zoologist would. So you study them like animals in a zoo and say, why are they so fat?
Yeah.
Why aren't they doing all these virtuous things that I don't? Why aren't they heading up think tanks on climate change?
Correct.
They're just going around and not thinking the right thoughts and being occasionally transphobic and going to drive-through restaurants and so they just think, all right, well, we'll just ban them from doing that, not knowing that in fact that is the result of a whole bunch of other things, not a cause.
Thank you, everyone. Talk to you all very soon. Lovely to see you. We'll come back to the Man Cave anytime you wish.